What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Imbalance Crisis. Evercrisis. So, we got a lot to talk about here. So, I wake up in the morning, and this is how my day usually starts. Okay, so either there is a baby's foot in my face, or my 3-year-old is jumping on my bed, or I get a virtual slap in the face from Discord. And today, it was all three. So the virtual slap is what we're going to talk about, okay? So I got a message from one of my mods, shout out to Luke, to go into the Final Fantasy VII Evercrisis channel, and I did. So I'm like, what's going on today that I didn't catch last night? There's always something, right? Because when I sleep through the night, there's always something coming up. So here's what's going on. Back to the ever-popular Aerith and Matt banner. The saga continues, guys. The saga continues. I'm going to show you guys what's going on, okay? So here we go. This is from somebody from Reddit who put up their post. Final Fantasy VII Evercrisis customer support team. We sincerely apologize for the text error in the description of the notice for Aerith and Matt new weapon draw, and for the first time it has taken us to resolve this issue. Upon investigation into your account's history, using the provided information, we confirm that you performed 58 times 10 draws on the Aerith and Matt draw during the period which was occurring October 9th to the 13th. God damn, you whale! 58 times, you crazy! Due to the above, in addition to the apology gift of 3,000 blue crystals, we've also sent an apology of 174k blue crystals to your in-game box. We would like to inform you that in accordance with our response policy for this issue, we're not able to undo or exchange weapons or items obtained from this draw that was performed. Once again, you have our sincerest apologies. So, what they're doing now, guys, because of this whole Sephiroth mistake of putting Sephiroth and Lucia into the banner, this text, people are now complaining that they pulled for the Matt and Aerith banner because they thought Sephiroth and Lucia was also included. So people are now getting additional compensation above and beyond the 36k and the 3k that was provided. Now, this individual specifically pulled 58 times. If you're pulling 58 times, chances are you wailed pretty hard. But now you get to keep the 36k, you get to keep the 3k, the 174k, plus every weapon that was given to you through that draw. Whether you got lucky or not, you're keeping it all. So, I'm not going to give my take on this too much because I want to hear more what you guys have to think in the comment section. There's a good and a bad here, okay? And I'm gonna just quickly give you guys that part of it at the very least. The good is, of course, the customer service is impeccable, right? They're so damn generous about this. The bad is they're letting people take advantage. Not take advantage. Okay, I'm gonna take that back. Let's take that word advantage back. They're letting people get what they want through this system by making the errors, and that's great that people are being refunded, but there should be a streamline for refunds, right? For example, if I put in a similar request, there should be no rejection, but there will be. People have been rejected, and I've seen this on the 36k one where people have been rejected even though they went past page 2. Only thing they didn't do, of course, is change the weapon, and they didn't get the refund of 36k. So there are rejections and approvals. With something this big right here, for example, it's going to cause problems because they need to either blanket approve everyone or make a standard for this refund. So they already have said here, based on their systems and policies, they can't undo or exchange the weapons that were obtained. That's fine. So essentially they can't reverse time and take everything away and just refund somebody. That's not part of their policy. And that's fine. They're following their policy, which is amazing because most companies don't even follow their own damn policies. What they need to do, though, is be like, okay, look, this happened. We gave everybody 3k already for a compensation. Okay? Anyone who actually pulled for this banner outside of the 36k, here's another, 10k. But to give back 174k, and listen, shout out to this person. This person clearly is a whale. They've spent a lot of money. And quite honestly, if you're competing against somebody like this, you're really not in competition unless you're also a massive whale, right? So this doesn't affect free-to-play very much because, let's be real, you're not going to compete against a guy who spent 174k worth of diamonds on a banner. It's not going to happen. So I know a lot of people are going to say, well, dungeon ranking is now going to be in balance. And I think that's already happened with the 36k that came up. this is further going to imbalance some of the free-to-play aspect of things, for sure. For sure. And I think that's kind of where the dilemma stands. If this was a pure non-leaderboard, remember when I said this when they brought up the dungeon ranking? I said it's going to cause some drama. This is what I was talking about. I'm not talking about just the refund part, but these are the kind of situations that will cause the community to kind of rift a little bit apart, right? The whole compensation for many of the free-to-play players, the 36K, was already really good. And I admired that. I thought that was a great step by the devs. The 3K was even the cherry on top for everybody else. It wasn't even required. I mean, I said it would be great, and it happened, right? So that's fantastic. This, though, now puts 36K plus 3K plus whatever the person spent on top of that. Now it gives them even a bigger advantage. Okay, so like I said, I don't want to discourage the devs from being generous, because I think this is a very what's the word I'm trying to find here? I don't want to say this is a very unorthodox way of reacting to problems for a gacha company. I think maybe that's a good way to put it, because normally what would happen, and I said this in my chat, is any IT company or any dev would say, okay, we have to create service level agreements with our customers. So for example, if X situation happens, X result is the outcome. So let's say if we make an error because of a patch, everybody gets this streamlined amount, right? I've never seen to this extent, like I've seen to some extent, but not this extent, a case-by-case situation, a full refund, plus keep all the items, and then additional refunds on top of that. This is something that I've never witnessed, and I played a lot of gachas, and I work for a giant IT conglomerate. So to see this happen, it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. So again, this is not a bad thing, guys. I'm not saying this person didn't deserve to get their money back. The thing that kind of bothers me about this is the precedence, and shout out to Hayes for saying this, because he's absolutely right, and I agree with him. The precedence is set for every banner. I'm afraid that for any situation that comes down the line where there is going to be an error of text, for example, this is because of the Sephiroth and Lucia error, people are going to try to now jump in, pull for that banner, and try to get as much as they can back from it. Now, again, get yours. I'm all about that. If they're making errors, we should absolutely get something back for it. But it kind of makes it hard now for anybody to understand whether they should pull for a banner or not. Not because the banner is good or not, more because can they get compensated for it after. Now, it puts a different spin on the game, right? Because, for example, as content creators, we say, hey, is this banner worth it or not? If you summon for it, this is what you get. If you don't summon for it, this is what you get. Here's the reasons why you should and shouldn't summon on it. I feel stupid now for telling people not to summon on this, right? Even though the banner was not an essential, because of these errors, it almost became the best banner in the game. So, like, there's a lot of different factors here that make a situation like this so complicated and puts people in a situation where they don't either want to play anymore because there's too many issues and they don't know if they're going to be compensated for it or what they're going to be compensated for. Or number two, people are going to feel it's unfair, right? And other people are going to love this. So again, I'm not going to give my feels on it too much. I gave you guys my a high level gist of how I feel about it. I'm curious to know in the comment section what you guys feel, but this is crazy to me. All right, so you guys let me know what you guys think. This is Pain. Please in the comment section, let me know. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.